Hi neighbors, I hope you had a chance to check out part 1. So here is part 2. I'm really excited to show you the views coming from the other direction, and I add a little extra and take a couple of detours. You don't want to miss it. Okay, made a U-turn, so we are headed back down the other side of Plant Street. Here's our beautiful caboose. Got classic Tony's liquor store. On the left, we've got some new stores coming soon. Now, I was reading a little bit about this trail in the middle here, and it is a lovely trail that goes all the way from like Claremont up to Apopka. It's for biking and hiking, and they've got play spaces and all sorts of things. So some other day, I'll have to check that out. We've got a Scoops ice cream, a Thai Blossom, and some outside dining at Edgewater. Bike store, the boutique, heirloom furniture. Just a lot of eclectic things that you might not find everywhere else. Adjectives, a custom vintage antique furniture shop, and a Sunoco. Looks like there's a whole community getting ready for a ride today. So we are approaching across from the Hangry Bison, and this is the police department. And I'm assuming the reason I keep seeing all these fire trucks is because there's also a local fire department here as well. There's more public parking to the north. Here is the American Legion, post number 63. They have bingo on Mondays, open to the public. And on the left is the City Hall. Sorry, missed getting a shot of that. The Masonic Lodge over here as well. A lot of just local communities enjoying the downtown. I love it. We're passing North Central Avenue, and we are still on Plant Street. We get a cow over here. I love it. Don't worry, it's not gonna move. I know, I'm sorry. Had to be said. Okay, this is South Park, and I'm going to turn left and take this back to our Colonial Drive. Sorry. Looks like we have some more apartment homes on the right. Have ball fields on the left. That's a football field, not just baseball. So this is our Veterans Memorial Park. They've got several ball diamonds and football field and some picnic areas, and it's the Veterans, I think, is on the right and the Walker Park is on the left, but they're all kind of here together. A lot of space for a community to play together, just have fun community stuff. This is Story Road. There's another entrance to the Veterans Memorial Park here. And this is still part of the classic Winter Garden downtown homes. Somebody's decorated for Halloween already. Oh, that's funny. This is back to school. It's all decorated with crayons. That's awesome. I love it. We have some mobile homes on the left. It says Range Tree since 1971. We've got some classic homes on the right and a couple churches. They're calling these townhomes of Winter Garden. They look like 2 or 3 homes together in a single building. And this is Colonial Drive, and this is the Highway 50 that we were on before. So I'm going to take this right and take it back to Avalon Road. Looks like we have an indoor showroom for Coachmen. Looks like they've got from motorhomes all the way down to C-Class. Several different types of fifth wheels and RVs, and looks like they've got even some smaller ones, some truck sizes. And the sign over there, it says Giant Recreational. Here across from the Recreation World, we have a Harbor Freight, an Aldi, Mosaic Church, Dollar General. On the right, we have a Dairy Queen. I'm sorry, on the left, we have a Firestone and a Dairy Queen and a Goodwill. Campground on the left. Zips Car Wash. Okay. This sign is telling me that it's Tildenville School Road to the right and Avalon Road to the left, so we have found Avalon again. I'm going to turn left and we're going to see what we missed on the way up. There's a Circle K on the south side and the 7-Eleven on the north side. Okay, that was a really long light, but it was worth it because here we go. This part of Avalon Road is also County Road, what was that, 545 South or whatever that sign said. Typically it's referred to as Avalon Road. Headed under the Turnpike Bridge. Tucker Ranch Wellness Park coming in 2023. This is Sunridge Boulevard here, off to the left. And this is Johns Lake Point back here on the right. You can just get a better view of that, I hope. sidewalk along the whole thing for running and walking. This is a conservation area. And then here's that nursery we were looking at before. And this curve says 30 miles an hour. You can hear that they're serious with the strips on the road. This is the Knox Nursery. And then this is the entrance to they don't have a sign coming at it. Yes, Storybrooke West. And these homes here on the left are all Storybrooke West. This one says 25 miles an hour for this curve, but there's no strips, which is really weird to me. There's a lake on the left. And this is a hickory hammock at John's Lake on the right. Avalon Reserve on the right and Westbrook on the left. And here we are back at Stony Brook West on the left and Marsh Road on the right. You can see it's labeled, the road is labeled on both sides, which I find curious. I assume that's to allow distance for visibility from the opposite side of the road. On, driving both directions. There is some commercial zoned land here on the right for up to 5 acres if you're interested in developing the acreage to the right, or at least it still has a sign in front of it. Daycare preschool on the right is called Lady Bird Academy, and we're back by that Publix that we went through, the one with the Pizza Hut and the Subway. And one of the things I love is that, like, out here, both sides of the road have a sidewalk for running and walking and transportation, whatever. Both sides of the road have that available. So these communities are meant to be lived in and used well. Now I'm going to take Avalon Road back the way we came. But at the left here, like if you turned left, Avalon turns into Tilden. And Tilden will take you all the way to some of the main shopping and dining and that kind of thing. And we will do that a different day. Here on the right is Carriage Point again. And it's got a lovely sidewalk out in front until it stops here at the trees. And the reserve at Carriage Point is on the left. is Avalon Ridge, single-family homes to the right again. And there are some single-family home estates with acreage on the left, small acreage. See this family on the left have put in trees or vines or something for a little more privacy. And this is where the cows were a little bit ago, but they have been moved. Oh no, they're not. I thought they were down the hill. They're not. They're up here. See? Right there. Some are walking across the pasture to get some water. And this is the curve that when it says 20 miles an hour, it means it. They're serious, and they have 4 rumple strips to tell you about it. What I really want to get to is this construction up here. I really want to get you guys a good view of it from this side of the road too. So bear with me. This is Davenport Road, which ironically I don't think it takes you to Davenport. There's a huge pasture here on the left and some grasslands here on the right. And this is another nursery on the right and the left. What a lovely drive it is here, you know, with all the green space still available, and you know, you don't really feel like you're in the city because you're kind of going out and around it. But I'm out here at 11 o'clock on a Friday. This isn't bad traffic, but when everybody gets off work, everybody's going to football games, everybody's trying to get to their Friday night plans, this road can get quite congested from bottom to top. It's a very busy thoroughfare. We definitely need to, if we're adding homes and businesses and all sorts of things here, we need to also add in some infrastructure, and I'd really like to think that they're going to plan for better with this road. We're approaching the new Independence Parkway. You can see those brand new homes up there. Those haven't been here very long. Sorry, I don't know what is clicking. It's driving me nuts today. I apologize. This is the new Independence Parkway, and from this point you have a view of Magic Kingdom fireworks. It is one of the most gorgeous spots in all the land to watch fireworks, but it is not going to be here very long. The hill might, but the view probably won't. And you can just get a really good view of what's happening here with the construction as I go down the hill. They're flattening this out and making it something, and I do see some play structures in the background for maybe some homes. It's just really curious to me what they're actually building here. I mean, I assume it's going to be multi-family, yeah, single family and townhomes. Low HOA and no CDD. So they're building a whole nother community here. And coming up, you can really see, here's a couple of houses on this road. You can really see the construction on the left as I'm pointed this way, but over here on the right, sorry, but I guess this mound kind of blocks it, but it is all flat and all brown up there. They're building road access here for something big, and there's some big glass buildings in the background. Looks to be very interesting to me that they're taking up all this space. And it is right across from the hospital, so it could be medical offices, it could be a whole nother medical, outpost, so that patients don't have to go all the way down to all the way into downtown or all the way over to Claremont or whatever. Looks very interesting to me. Now, I did see that 429 is in the middle there, so they don't have all that space. But it'll be very fun to watch over the next few years. And you can just see how beautiful, this is the end of August, you can just see how beautiful these greens are at our Orange County National Golf Course. Speed limit here is 45 miles an hour, which is about what I'm going. And everybody that thinks I'm going too slow is gonna zoom past. You can just see how many apartments they've packed into this space though too. If you figure 2 cars per apartment, and each apartment has, even 16 units, which these look like they have way more than 16 units. There's gonna be a lot of cars. Here we are going under 429 again. We are back at the large community of Waterley. Now, one of the things I will do, I hadn't planned on it, but I think I will do it, is I'm going to take you up Seidel Road, because there's a lot of things up here that if you were looking at the Waterley community or any of this, we visited New Independence, we visited Summerport, but we have not taken a look at this road. And this has a lot of things that if you are living in these communities, you might be interested in. So we'll take a trip up here. So again, I am sitting on Avalon, but I'm turning on to Seidel. This from Waterley and Horizon West, this would be a main hub to get to 429. And this also would include middle school and high school for the children that live out here in these communities. So, it's just a fun look. So here you can see we're going to zigzag back under 429. There's your on-ramp. This is the Horizon West Middle School and High School here on the right. And if you come between 6:30 and 8:30 and 2:30 and 4:30, you could end up sitting in traffic. Just saying. But this high school is definitely needed with all these schools are definitely needed out here with all these homes. And there is, I think, the elementary school on the left because I see a playground. And this is Summer Lake Groves on the right. If I understand correctly, these are all Windermere addresses. I'd have to look at that. They could have made a zip code just for Horizon West. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that. I'm passing Amber Chestnut Way is the road on the right. And this is a boulevard. There are some beautiful townhomes and things here on the left. This is all part of Horizon West. It's lovely. It's got, sidewalks. These kids can walk to school. This is calling itself Water Park on the left. And it says Summer Lake Reserve from the upper 500s. Okay, so going back around. Let's take a look at this little shopping village up here. On the left, these apartments are calling themselves IMT Sonoma Apartments. There is a Starbucks with a drive-through here, hence my fascination with it. And they're adding this gas station. This is brand new. It's just popped up in like the last 3 months. I don't know what it's going to be yet. But let's just take a look through this. We've got a Huey Magoo's Chicken Tenders on the right here, and a Learning Experience Academy of Learning Early Edition. And here, we'll go through here. A Cadre Italian Family Tradition, Horizon West Barber Shop, a Piccolino's Haircuts, Clean Eats, Prime IV Hydration and Wellness here on the left. On the right, we have a Papa John's Karate. On the left, we have an Aya Surfaces Kitchen and Bath. We've got a vet, a liquor store, Italian ice and gelato, a nail salon, hand and stone massage, and ATTN for cell phone service. Like literally everything you need. And then right up here, you've got your New York Beer Project. And if I understand, this is like a brewery, like microbrew. We've got more dental care, an Advent Health Center care. So you've got like a, that's more like it's not an emergency room, but it is an urgent care where they can do x-rays and different things. And right across from that, you've got a Walgreens. And nice big parking space out here. So this is meant for a lot of traffic. And I'm sure in the evenings when karate classes and all those things are going on. And then let's take a look back here. I don't know if there's more stuff going on back here. I haven't been back here. This is just like meant to be lived in. All the things you need, some dining, some fun things to do, all the things. And this is about, we'll say 15 to 20 minutes in good traffic to Disney. And like 10 minutes to urban air if you just need to get your jumps out. So here's the back of Hand and Stone. Now, these are the employee entrances. So I wasn't sure if this was like a double-sided thing, but this is more parking. I mean, look at all this parking space and employee entrances and things back here. So you do go enter around on the front. This learning experience is quite large. I'm assuming it's a daycare. I do see playground equipment. And it's not gated. Let's just go take a look through the neighborhood. I love the roof lines on some of these that you can see over there. They're very modern, and I love that. Josh and I can't ever agree on a style, so we usually end up with classic / whatever you can afford, which is also a great idea. Here is a leasing office for the apartments right here. It's got a cute little Key West bungalow feel to it. This road that I'm on here is Casita Ridge, and I'm going to like Wood Drive. If I get lost, you guys are gonna have to help me out. Just kidding. This is not a live stream. Just look at the roof lines on, you know, and they're so different. Like there's a modern roof line next to a classic roof line, next to a, you know, one with columns in the porch, one with a wire railing. Like they're all so different. I love it. This one has a beautiful fence in the front yard. And this is part of Summer Lake. And Liam and I have been in that Starbucks a couple of times, and it's just very, very local traffic, neighborhood friends meeting up to go walk on some of these beautiful trails. This is just a really fun community. It's not our community, so I feel pretty positive about sharing that. But here's just a nice place to sit on the left. I don't know if you can see it. It's called Panther Overlook. Overlooks the beautiful lake there. And this is all considered part of Horizon West. Here is a Crested Plum. Try spelling that on the phone to a creditor. Innovation at Panther View. So now here we are into a whole different neighborhood here, which Seton Creek Boulevard. It's still called Summer Groves. Some with some, I saw one back here with some, what do they call it, shakes on the front. And these all have like the same front on them over here. They don't have the asymmetrical roof lines, so this is, but then here's one with a 3-car garage and beautiful solar panels. The one thing we have learned is you cannot put solar on the north side of your house. So if your house faces east and west and you have an A-line roof, you can only put solar on the south side of your roof. If you have like a pyramid shape, you can only put solar on the 3 panels of your roof. Don't quote me on that, but that is something to consider if you're like, oh, I'll just get solar power, you know, or that's something you're interested in. Make sure you ask questions about that before you buy a house. Stop here for pedestrians. Other words, don't stop. Well, that's curious. Okay. So that is Murcut Blossom, M-U-R-C-U-T Blossom Road that I just passed. So now you can tell we're off of Seidel Road, but I thought it was valuable to show you that community. Now I don't know where I am. I think that's Phil Ritson. I think I know where I am. Oh, I did. The map. That was where Phil Ritson came in off of Avalon. So all of these roads are easily accessible from Avalon without having to get onto Seidel. And here we have we'll call it an S curve. So this is Southern Martin Street that I'm passing. And just look at some of these nice homes. Piping, Plover Peak, Nightjar Alley. Oh, so these are the ones with, oh, look at that beautiful playground. Isn't that nice? Can you see it? These are the ones with garages in the back. So here we have an alley to get to the garages where you put your trash out. So like going down the front side of the street, oh, how ironic. Some of them have driveways on so the left side has driveways in the front, but not all of them. The right side does not. So the right side has an alley, but the left side has garages, attached garages. That is so curious. I mean, it's a lovely neighborhood. And during the day, it's really calm. There's not a lot of cars out, easy to drive through. That's something to consider. I'm sure it gets a little crazier when everybody's coming home and all the things. But we'll go back around and see what we see here. So that had an alley? Oh no, that was confusing. And now I'm back to a dry pond. I'm gonna stop because there's nobody behind me. We have these everywhere. It looks like a flat of grass, but it's about 50 feet deep. Those are dry retention ponds for hurricanes because the water has to have somewhere to go until it evaporates again. So we have to be really conscious about water flow and all the things, right? Okay. I think I know where I'm going if I go this way. Currently we are facing west, if that helps. Okay, I'm going to go back to the fence row and I'm going to turn right, and then I promise I will finish showing you the rest of Seidel. That was a lot of the interesting part, but there are a lot of neighborhoods over there too. I just thought this might be a fun drive. So thank you for getting lost with me today. This has been really fun. This is Summer Lake Park, and I'm gonna go this way. So, to recap, we took a look at that shopping village on Seidel Road, and we went back into the housing addition behind it. And then we came up north and past the Phil Ritson Road that comes in off of Avalon and came north to Summer Lake. All of this is maybe 1 square mile. So we're all very close to where we were. It just doesn't feel like it because I got lost in the neighborhood. So I have turned right and I'm facing east now, and I'm headed back to Seidel to show you the other end of it. But over here on the left is Summer Lake, and if you take a look at our Windermere stream, we toured Summer Lake and we covered this road that we're on here, which is Summer Lake Park Boulevard. We did drive this a little bit, but we talked about Seidel, but we didn't actually feature Seidel. So I wanted to, while I have a little extra time, we're just gonna go do it today. So now I'm about down to the bottom of the curve of Summer Lake Park Boulevard, and I'm going to turn right onto Seidel. By this weird wall thing. So, there is a community here. So we're north of where we were before, but we're still on the same road now. So there's Lake Hancock Preserve on the left, and then we've got Ravenna, a park, something, I missed it, there was something in the way. Community on the right. These look to be all townhomes on the right with attached garages and some single family homes. On the left, they appear to be mostly single family homes. And then we've still got this beautiful sidewalk where you can walk between communities. You can walk to your Starbucks if you need that kind of carrot in front of the walk, like I do. So here it says, these neighborhood town Park Square has low HOA and no CDD. And here we have Lakeview Point, which that's Murcott Blossom. So that comes all the way through. I just didn't know that. We were on the other end of that one. And here's another one for Lakeview Point. So this is where the roof lines all became the same, was the Lakeview Point. Lake Spur Lake Road. That's not confusing. beautiful retention pond here. On the left, I'm passing Latham Park. That's a single family home back in there. That's also behind a lake. You can see how far down we were, because here's part of the water park. Watermark, sorry. Walking area. So we're not that far from where we were. And all of this, I mean, look at this beautiful walking space back here. Got some trees with flowers, and it's really quite lovely. In the evenings and afternoons, you'll see kids out here walking, and parents, and just really having this space to be able to use well. And then here we are back at the little shopping village with the Starbucks and the karate, and the new gas station's going to be here. Currently, I will say this area does not have enough gas stations. You have to go on towards into Windermere or into Four Corners, and so like we really need an outpost here for a gas station. And New Independence, of course, has a few, but there's not a lot of selection around here as far as gas choices. And then here we are back in the part we drove. We're driving the other side of it now and headed back to Avalon Road. Here is Amber Chestnut Way, again on the right now because I'm headed southwest. And here we are back at Panther Lake Elementary. This is also Summer Lake Groves Street. We've got Horizon High School and Horizon Middle School on the left. And then this is Lake Shore by Toll Brothers on the right. It's got a wall in front, but it is also not a gated community. And here we are back at 429. And the stoplight up here is Avalon Road. Turning left and headed south back on Avalon Road, and here we are at Avalon Cove. Which is not a gated community, but you can see that it has tile roofing, so that's a little different than some of the other communities. It just sets it apart, really. So you can tell what the difference is. You can see Waterley back there in the distance a little bit. Now I'm going to continue on, since we've already toured Waterley, I'm going to continue on. So this is Waterway Passage Drive to the right, and where we came out of Hartzog Road on the left. That's the north end of Hartzog Road that takes you back around to Western Way and Flamingo Crossing. We are merging. Whoa. Oh, this guy coming up. Sorry. Good thing I checked my mirror. Here are some apartments here. Still being built. I still see cranes. They have a lovely yacht club feel to them. This is Soleil Horizon West coming soon, brand new apartments, and they've got a lovely QR code that you can scan. Story Grove is also not gated. Well, this is the edge of Story Grove here. Sorry. And this is I think it said a Lennar community. And we passed this on our first stream, but there's a couple other things I want to take a look at up here, if you will humor me. Okay, I am passing Trail Water on the left. That's the street name for this community over here. Now, at one point, I think either I had posted it or I took a video of this Lake Star Road. This stoplight has been here for a year with no visible reason, but now they have sidewalks back here. So this is obviously going to be at something. And I had been back here, but well, look at these guys being friends. This is Ashton Woods Conservation Home Sites. I'm just curious how much of this is built. When I was here last time, there was not a whole lot. All right, so they're going to have a clubhouse, a community pool, and a playground. Oh my goodness. Wait till we round this corner. You guys are going to love this. So when we were back here before, there was nothing here. Nothing on nothing. And so this is called North Lake Ovation. And look at all these beautiful homes. Look at them. They're just like right out there. They even have front driveways already built up. I love it. So they are actively building homes here. There's a sales center now. Watch me get a nail in my tire. Poor Josh. They are actively building. Some of them are already painted. This whole row was not even here before at all. So this is fun to see. I feel sorry for these poor friends out here in the hot sun though. Some of these homes are practically finished. That one's got drywall in already. That's a walking bark park. Like they've got sidewalks on both sides of the roads. These are finished. These are the new sales centers. Like these are the model homes. They're pouring concrete back here. This is really fun. These are finished. I mean, these are model homes here. This is wow. In 6 months or less. Well, less since we started the channel. Since April, all of this has been built up. So this is definitely something to keep your eye on. And I will contact the sales center and see if I can't get us a tour of their sales homes and see what our options are. I think at least those would be I think those kinds of tours would be helpful and a lot of fun. I am glad to see them building these homes in the front all at one time, because that way they'll all be finished at one time. So these homeowners in the front don't have to drive, like the homeowners in the back don't have to drive through all the construction up here to get to their homes. So I'm glad to see that they're building these first. And these just look like stunning little cottages. Like they're like New England style cottages. They're just great. Here, this one's getting ready. I mean, they've already got their roof trusses out here. That's amazing. Like, when once the building finally happens, like the permitting's all done and the plans are all laid out, or all the contractor teams here are serious about their building. They can throw a house together in 6 weeks or less. It just seems like, and they've got teams, they just run through the whole neighborhood. You got the concrete team, then you got the wall team, like they just run them through. And they're skilled and they're fast. This poor soul forgot something. Well, that was fun. Thanks for taking that tour with me. Now, what I want to see is this Lake Star Road does go all the way to the Lake County side, but does it connect with this Flamingo Road over here? So, stay with me now, because I think there could be some big things happening. And you know it's serious because I'm about out of coffee. I haven't stopped yet, and I'm still curious. Okay, so here we are back at Avalon Road, and the stoplight is here so these people can turn left, honestly, for all the construction. But you can turn right without a green light. Over here on the left, we have a Rockwell Homes single-family home. Models open. Those are cute New England-style cottages as well. And I'm really sorry about the bouncing. I can't control the bumps. I'm hoping after they get all this built up and the road is widened that they'll just resurface the whole thing. Now you can see all the loader trucks, and we've got some all sorts of equipment here. Some big pipes getting ready to be laid. They're getting ready to do something big here. That feels like a staging area. Looks like we've got a surveying crew down here today. Or some type of crew down here. Now this is Flamingo Road. So on the left, this is Western Way, where it takes you to Animal Kingdom. On the right, I'm sorry, this is Fleming's Road. Just think of Heartland, Amy Fleming. Just kidding. Okay. So, we have an MI Homes, a West Haven, Taylor Morrison. And we're going up about, I don't know, it feels like 500 feet. It's not. It's probably like 50, but we're climbing. Okay, so these homes down here are finished, but if you look over here, they're building a ton of stuff over here by this lake. It's all getting ready to, I mean, I assume this is all going to be homes. New roads lead to homes, Encore at Ovation. So this over here being built is Encore at Ovation. Resort style amenities. Okay. This that's already built is MI Homes. Weird. Okay. Now it says single family homes from the 490s, but that's been there a while. It probably isn't the 490s anymore. Just saying. Okay, so now, oh, there's a car. Where did he come from? Is it open? So you can see the construction. This construction back here is for the Lake Star community that we were just driving through. And there's still, that's the concrete thing. Okay. Well, this is fun. Sorry, I'm not pointing at the interesting. Okay. So where's that road? So of course we can't go trespassing over here. Like, obviously I wouldn't want to do that. There's a lake in the way. Where does this go? I don't want to do the trespassing thing. That is really curious. So over here somewhere, and this could be big doings, and I'm spilling some secrets here, but over here somewhere is a road that comes out of Sawgrass. Now, if you look, Sawgrass is a community clear over on 27. It's supposed to connect over here somewhere. Anyway, this is just a really pretty drive. I was just curious if they had done it yet. So this is connected to Lake Star. So it appears that the Lake Star Road may go all the way through. But this is going to be a fun area to watch over the next few months. To see if they can actually get this connected to Lake County. There's only about 200 feet separating this between the Sawgrass. But I thought you might like to see what's out here. And if the Lake Star goes all the way through, that's really fun. That means that all these homes can be connected up there without having to get on Avalon Road. And it would be, you know, easier to get to the shopping at Waterley and all the things. So that could be really helpful for these folks here. And you can get another good picture of this construction on the left here. So there are a whole lot of homes coming out this direction. This is low-cost ownership with Energy Star efficiencies, maintenance fees and mowing maintenance included. I'm assuming they're talking about your yard. That's a big deal, and that can go both ways. Either you love not having to do it, or you know you like having it done. Okay, so here we are at the light, and you can actually see Animal Kingdom Lodge right there. So these homes are super close to Disney, and they are being built now. So it's a great time to get in on the ground floor, literally ground floor. Wah! Sorry. I apologize. That was steeper than I thought. Okay. Well, sorry you had to see that. Okay. Let's head back down to 192. Dump truck. This sign says, coming soon, Serenade at Ovation, Dream Finders Homes. They've got some concrete going on back in there. I'm sorry, some pavement. And here is the southern part of the Hartzog Road loop, which I'm really surprised they didn't name it loop instead of road. It really feels like a loop to me. But, so all of this is being called Ovation. There's a beautiful lake on the right. I don't know if it's too tree covered to see it. I'm really hoping after they get some of these homes built up and things that they smooth out that Oh, look at the goats. Well, that's just fun. Who doesn't love goats? So, we've seen a tractor, we've seen goats, and we've seen cattle today. We did not see horses, which is sad and disappointing. So there's some wildlife, still, you know, farm life still to be had in this part of the woods, we'll say. But it's been really fun, you know, getting to check out some new area. I hadn't been through that part of Winter Garden very much. Checking out some of these backwooded drives to see what construction is taking place. Here we are back at this resort, the Grove Resort. And here we are approaching 192. Now, if this is something you are considering, and this is an area you are considering, I would encourage you to check out Google Maps during the times of day that you travel so that you can see what the traffic looks like on this road. If you're looking at these neighborhoods and you're looking at doing things in these communities, in any community really, start, you know, before you get in the car, start checking the neighborhoods that you're thinking about and look at the traffic at the times of day that you travel. That's one really good way to really see what you could be looking at. There is a Wawa here on the left. Wawa is we'll call it regional gas station chain that prides itself on also having good food and beverages and coffee and different things. I'm going to take 192 and so you can just see how close it is to some other shopping over here. Now, where we were in Winter Garden is also very close to shopping, and I'll have to do that a different day. This 192 area over here we can get to fairly easily. This says, from the 70,000s, Waterfront Resort Homes. Now, I don't know that it's still 70,000. That sign looks like it's been there for a little bit, but it is Waterfront Modular Homes. Here we have a U-Haul self-storage, McDonald's, gift shops, pizza, a 7-Eleven. Some apartment homes back there. I'm anxious to see how the construction is doing up here. Okay, I don't see any foundation yet. This is going to be a medical plaza. This is right on the west side of 429. There is an exit here on the left side to come off the road, and all of this stuff all this space over here is going to be some type of medical community plaza here. The one thing I will say about what I have noticed here is that with all the influx of people, Central Florida seems to be, I don't want to say running short, but not all of the services that you would need from the medical community have enough providers here. You know, if you're looking for a rheumatologist, there may be only 2 or 3. If you're looking for a functional nutritionist or functional medical doctor, you know, you have to really do your research if you're looking for something specific and you have some conditions before you move. That's just good advice. Just, you know, do a lot of research about all the things that you use in your life before you move. Now, sometimes you don't have a choice. You just have to move, and that's just okay. And you just make do with what you have. But if you're looking for something specific, I would really encourage you to do your homework first. Okay, so here we are. This is the closest super Target between here and Winter Garden where we were. So here we've got Super Target on the right. It is like literally super. It's huge. And then we've got some shopping here on the left. So we do have a pizza place and some salons and a couple things over there. But I want to go through here. I can't remember if I have or not. So I'm just going to show you. We've got a Dollar Tree, Ross's, TJ Maxx, and a Rack Room. And this is all right beside Sunset Walk. So on the, we'll call it east side of 429, we've got not just this shopping village, but we've got Sunset Walk, like we've got the Target Plaza, we've got this plaza, and we've got Sunset Walk all together. So you can really find just about everything you need. There is an Ulta, Five Below, and then of course you've got Ford's Garage, and there's a Yeoman's Pub over here. You can check out the vlog we did for 4th of July with our family thing over here at Rock and Brews. It was hands down probably one of our favorite off-park experiences. We actually all three agreed that it was one of our favorites. That never happens. If you're in a family of more than one, that never happens. So just, you know, take a look at this. This area is not too far from the homes that we looked at today, and also the shopping at that I will show on a different day for Winter Garden is also not too far. And there's New Independence. There's a whole lot of different things, and there are a few things that might be similar in 1, 2, or all 3 locations, but not all of them are going to be similar. Each one of them is going to be unique, and you're going to, if you are moving here, you'll find your niche. You'll find which one you like better. And this is all to the west side of Orlando, and we'll get to the east side. I'm working in a methodical pattern and trying to make sure that everything connects so that it makes sense to you guys. I'm happy to do this, and I really appreciate you guys sticking with me. So up here we also have an Olive Garden. Boy, doesn't that sound good. I have not tried their gluten-free pasta yet, so I don't know if I can recommend it or not. Okay, thanks so much for sticking with me today. That's the second time my phone has died because of temperature from sitting in the window, so I think it's telling me it's time to be done. So thanks for joining me on my adventure today, and I hope you find this helpful. Please leave me a comment and tell me what you found helpful or what questions you have. I would love to look into things that are useful to you as you are looking for your next adventure. If you are interested in talking to a real estate agent, make sure you go to ResortTV1 Homes and fill out the contact information. If you are just doing research, make sure you subscribe to this channel. I'm going to be doing drive arounds and features and all sorts of different things in the coming months. Thanks so much, and won't you be my neighbor? Bye-bye.